So, the World Economic Forum just dropped its latest global risks report, and we're going to break it down for you. But we're looking at it through a really specific lens. What does all this global uncertainty actually mean for the US tech sector?
And just so you know where we're coming from, everything we're about to talk about is pulled straight from the 21st edition of that report. We're taking insights from over 1,300 global experts and connecting the dots, to see how it all impacts US tech.
And right from the get-go, the report does not pull any punches. It opens with this one line, and it really sets the stage for a feeling of, well, high stakes and urgency. It's basically saying we are at a major, major turning point. Okay, so what does being on a precipice actually look like? What does that mean in the real world? And for us, the big question is, how does it affect the tech industry? I mean, they're at the very center of so much of this change, right? And wow, when you look at the data, what's really striking is just how pessimistic the experts are. I mean, half of them think the next 2 years are going to be turbulent or straight up stormy. But here's the kicker, looking out 10 years, it actually gets worse, jumping to 57%. So yeah, stability, not really on the horizon. All right, let's zoom in on the here and now, the next 2 years. For the US tech sector, the biggest headaches aren't coming from inside the house, like bad products or competitors. Nope, they're these massive external shockwaves that are rattling the entire global system. And the report's ranking of the most severe short-term risks, it's pretty revealing. Coming in at number 1, geoeconomic confrontation. Number 2 is misinformation and disinformation. And then at number 6, you've got cyber insecurity. Think about it, all three of these are happening right in the tech industry's backyard. That makes for a super challenging environment to work in.
Now, geoeconomic confrontation might sound like some academic buzzword, but it's not just about simple trade disputes. The report defines it as countries literally weaponizing their economies, using trade, finance, and even technology to get a leg up on their rivals. For a U.S. tech company with suppliers and customers all over the world, this is a huge threat to their entire way of doing business.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit, because it's not just about these external threats. There are these huge economic forces churning inside the tech world itself. And it's all being driven by one thing, really, the mad dash for AI dominance. And the amount of money we're talking about, it's just mind-boggling. Global spending on AI is set to hit $1.5 trillion in 2025. That's not just an investment, it's a flood of cash that's totally reshaping the economy. And you can see exactly where a big chunk of that money is headed. The top 8 US hyperscalers. We're talking the absolute giants of cloud computing. They're projected to more than double what they spend on data centers, hitting over $500 billion by 2032. This is a massive concentrated financial bet on just a handful of American companies. So, of course, this leads to a pretty big question that the report brings up. With all this cash flying around, are we just inflating a new AI-driven tech bubble? I mean, if the profits from these gigantic investments don't show up as quickly as everyone hopes, maybe because regular people and businesses are slow to adopt it, the report warns that investors could get spooked, and that could trigger a really damaging bust. Okay, but this is where things get really interesting. When the report asks experts to look past the immediate future, to look out 10 years, the whole picture of what we should be worried about just completely flips. Just look at this shift. It's night and day. The short-term risks on the left, they're all about how we humans get along, or don't. Conflict, division, that kind of stuff. But the long-term risks on the right, they're dominated by two things: the environment and, get this, the unintended consequences of the tech we're building right now. And out of all those changing priorities, one really jumps off the page. It's the risk from the very same technology that's getting that $1.5 trillion poured into it, artificial intelligence. I mean, this table really says it all. Right now, in the 2-year outlook, adverse outcomes of AI is ranked way down at number 30. It's almost an afterthought. But fast forward 10 years, it skyrockets 25 spots to become the 5th biggest global risk. That's the single biggest jump for any risk in the entire report. Just wow. So what are we supposed to make of all this? The tech sector is trying to navigate today's geopolitical mess, while at the same time building a future where its own creations could become a top-tier global threat. I mean, how do you even begin to prepare for both of those things at once? And here's a really critical connection between today and tomorrow. The report points out that this amazing digital AI-powered world we're building, well, it all rests on a very physical and maybe fragile foundation.
For example, just the power needed for US data centers could jump 30-fold in the next decade. That's going to put an incredible amount of strain on a power grid that's already getting pretty old. All right, so let's boil it all down. What are the key takeaways here? For the US tech sector, the immediate fires they have to put out are external. They're geopolitical and they're economic. But the long-term storm, that's actually brewing from the inside, coming from the consequences of AI and its massive, hungry demand on our physical world. And in the end, the report leaves us with this one powerful unanswered question. As our technology moves faster and faster, are we actually building a future that's more resilient, or are we accidentally making it more fragile? That's the real challenge for the tech sector, and honestly, for all of us to figure out.